Have you ever had a photo idea for a figure that just sticks with you once you get the figure? Like you can clearly see the shot idea in your head, but for some reason or another, you never actually get around to shooting it. Maybe you put the figure on the shelf, you kind of forget about it, but you file the idea away in the back of your head until one day, you're walking by, you see the figure on the shelf, you're like, aha, yes, I had that idea for this shot. Now I'm finally going to do it. That's what happened to me with my Lady Avarona Mythic Legions figure. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. And NECA WarDuke, who I've had set up on my shelf, hit a cool battle pose for, I don't know, since I got WarDuke, pretty much. I can't remember timeline of when I got each figure, but it seems like forever. I've had him set up in a cool battle scene. He's got his fiery sword against her shield. She's kind of holding back like this. Got her scythe weapon out, ready to strike. And I had him set up in this initial fight scene on my shelf. And I was like, okay, I got to photograph that eventually. I just picture like a burning castle ruins in the background. I'll have to figure out how to make that work. But I kind of forgot about it, but I would add pieces to the shelf, diorama pieces slowly, like some ruined walls, some rubble, things like that, until I had it looking on the shelf pretty good, but I still never got around to shooting the photo for whatever reason, until I think mainly because I just didn't have time to put together a background that I would like and really had no means of doing it the way I wanted to, until recently I picked up an external monitor, ostensibly for working from home, like a portable external monitor. And I was like, oh, I can use this as like a digital background, a digirama or whatever they call them. I just need to get like a stock picture of burning ruins, set it up behind the picture or behind the scene, and it'll work. So that's exactly what I did. Pulled the figures off the shelf, set them up the way I wanted, got the diorama pieces the way I wanted, used some lights, red lights for the fiery effect from WarDuke's sword, a little bit of blue light just off to the side, just for a little contrast there, red, blue, and then, I put the digital monitor background behind the ruins to kind of fill it in and complete the scene, along with like an overhead neutral light, just to, light of God type light. So that's how I set it up. And then I just went through my shooting process after I framed it up at my 85 millimeter prime from about waist up horizontally, like, I don't know, like that, from the waist up. I don't know if I'm explaining clearly right now, but you'll see the photos and you'll get the idea. And then I went through my shooting process that I usually do, which is I pick an angle and then I start from shooting pretty wide open to narrower and narrower and narrower. So pretty wide, like say start 2.5, shoot a shot there, go down to 5.6, shoot a shot there, go to 9, go to 16, go to 22, just so I have a lot of options post-editing as far as how much detail is there, how much blur there is, because, you might think, oh, I'm going to do a shallow depth of field for this picture, but then when you see the one shot at like 8 or 9, you're like, oh no, actually, I like how the detail in the foreground, background looks or whatever. So I'll go through all the angles like that, and that's what I did. And then I'll take those to Lightroom to the editing process, make basic adjustments there, and then head on into Photoshop, which is what I did for this photo. And I was happy with how one shot came out, but I wasn't happy with the idea as a whole, how it went from concept to execution this time. I didn't think the pose, in my head, it looked more dynamic than how it came out. It looks a little flat to me. Like I said, I'm still happy with how one final image came out, and put it up here, along with how I edited things, but didn't quite come out the way I wanted. So I will definitely revisit this photo in the future. So look forward to that. I'll try and get a more dynamic pose and also play around with the lighting a little bit. Wasn't totally happy with how the lighting came out, but I did have a lot of fun doing it. I did try a couple of new techniques to get the flaming sword effect than what I usually do, which is just copying the lightsaber effect that everybody uses. But I'll put the final photos up here for you to see. And yeah, that's how this shot went. Join me next time when I do another photo from kind of concept to final shot. And until then, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, just know that the Dark Lord Nyx has taken notice. All hail Nyx until shadow covers all.